Well, here we are, right on time this morning. I apologize for the brief little on the road show yesterday. Uh, I'm trying to get my car, or our car, our 1984 Volkswagen Vanagon. I'm trying to get it sealed up and the windows sealed because it leaked so badly last winter during the rainy season here that it was not going to survive another rainy season until all of those windows got sealed and everything. And it's so that's what I was doing yesterday. And my good friend Taryn uh, drove me out there and brought me back, and I'm without a car for maybe a week or so here. Uh, anyway, so that's my sad story. What I've got here is the back. Okay, this is the back of every one of the Tarot of Ceremonial Magic cards. There's the Emperor. I'm kind of working on the Emperor right now for Monday Night Magic class. See, so the back of all of the cards are that, and there's a Tarot of Ceremonial Magic. That's what the box looks like. It's got all of the dates and stuff associated with the cards. Okay. Um, I want to talk just briefly about Monday Night Magic class uh, because in 1978, as part of my perceived duties as an OTO Lodge Master, we started up a weekly magic class in our home. But I have to stress that our lodge, Haruraha Lodge, was also located at our home, and we always managed to have a place that was big enough to accommodate Gnostic masses and all of the degrees ceremonies. We had to use our garage and backyards and stuff like that. But we always operated our lodge out of our home. Now, that's not always practical uh, for the more modern OTO, but it was perfect for us. And part of that lodge activities was an extracurricular, open to the public weekly class. And it went on for 43 years. And for at least two of those years, it was twice a week. And uh, when we moved to Sacramento here 3 years ago, uh, we discontinued it. Okay, we could no longer function as an initiatory body. We were in a new house, a new area, and it sort of brought an end to that era of our lives, unfortunately. And we didn't do it on purpose. It was the greed of Orange County landlords and stuff that put an end to that. But that's another bitter story. We had a good long run with it. Be that as it may, in just a couple months ago, we started to uh, look around, and in our home here in Sacramento, which is a uh, very nice place. At least we can almost afford it, so it's very modest. And but it's got a living room big enough for accommodate a Monday night class. Now the weather's been so terribly hot here that the, it hasn't been always very comfortable, but we've started doing Monday night class again here in Sacramento, and I want you to know that first of all, if you're in the Sacramento or even the East Bay or Bay Area, uh, or even from the Central Valley, because over the years people traveled quite a quite a ways to attend Monday night class. If you're in the area, please uh, you are more than welcome to attend, and if you can behave yourself for for 2 hours, you're more than welcome. But so just drop me an email or at Lon Milo at gmail.com. You can drop me an email and I'll send you the directions and stuff. It's free, although there's a donation basket conspicuously present. Uh, but be warned, Monday night magic class is different than, say, a lecture I would give or a workshop I would give. Okay. When you come to Monday night class, you are Monday night class. Okay. And it's just not a giving or a lecturing or a talking. Um, Over the years, Monday night class developed in a very organic way. Yes, I roughly have a subject that we talk about, and sometimes I'll do a series, like an Enochian series, a 30-week thing, and things like that. But that's just sort of the anchor to an organic group interaction. And that's why they aren't videotaped, they aren't recorded to be shared, because we respect the privacy of the individuals, and because we do magic, and much of the magic includes visionary experiences, scrying sessions, and things like that, and we want people to feel free to share their visions and things like that. And if it was recorded, nobody would want to do that thinking that there's a couple thousand people, hearing about your experiences in an aether. If you want to do that, do your own show. But Monday night magic classes, we respect the privacy, but mostly we respect the genius of class members. And so let me just start off by saying, yes, Monday night class is going at our home in Sacramento. It goes from 8 o'clock at night to 10 o'clock. We try to get everybody out the door by 10:30. We don't waste a bunch of time on snacks and treats and things like that. And if people want to gather together for discussions and stuff after class, there's coffee shops and stuff nearby. And that's what many class members would do every week down in Newport Beach. But anyway, so you are more than welcome. And we kind of like to know whether you're coming or not, because it's still a small living room, and I've tried something new up here. I've set up my projector so I can project like right now we're working on the Thoth Tarot. Okay, working on the Thoth Tarot, going through the trumps, and uh, not just talking about it, but every once in a while we actually scry and things like that. And the projections on the wall have been kind of a added little tastiness to class. But drop me a line. You can respond right here on Facebook if you're seeing it, or if you're in the area, could be here at 8 o'clock. Don't arrive before 7:45, or you may catch me running around the house out of the shower and in my underpants. You don't want to see that. You'd think less of me. But if you're seeing this on YouTube, go ahead and drop me an email at lonmilo@gmail.com and put Monday Night Magic class in the subject line, and I'll try to give you the details of that. Years ago, when I compiled many years of letters and my answers to letters and put them in the book Ask Babylon, which every few weeks I drag out things for Ask Babylon. Please buy it. The good folks at Falcon would appreciate this, the support. There's actually a letter concerning Monday Night Magic class. Now remember, this letter was written to me many years ago, and Monday Night Magic class was going on in Costa Mesa, and but I'm going to share this with you here. I've been running a tarot class for a few years. This is the letter. Hi, Babylon. Okay. I've been working with tarot for nearly 20 years, and I'm trying to work out how I can organize my life to run a magic one as well. Can I ask you a few questions about how you manage your Monday Night Magic class? If you have time to reply, I would really appreciate it. First of all, I don't manage Monday Night Magic. If anybody even approaches to manage Monday Night Magic class, it's Constance. Okay. I'm just a pretty face. Okay. She runs the show. And she runs a tight ship too, I might add. Okay. How you managed to run a class or anything for 25 years. Well, so that's how old it was. Okay. It ended up going 43 years. I'm sure there's no end of subject matter, but don't people drive you nuts? How do you cope with the ones who complain they're not making progress, but they don't do the work? Also, why did you decide to make it a free class? You don't buy into the, quote, exchange of energies idea. I don't mean to make fun of that. There are exchanges of energies, okay? What that has to do with selling stuff, I'm not sure. I assume there are no costs to you. Ha, 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 or how you absorb them. I would love to run a free class, but there are costs involved for me in terms of room hire. Yeah, that's a photocopying, etc. Money is convenient, but not entirely necessary. I would never, ever turn someone away just because they were broke. But every single, quote, free, quote, unquote, student ends up quitting or just not sticking with it. The excuses become about time instead of money. What do you make of that? Thank you. Name withheld. Dear name withheld, please excuse me if this letter is briefer than we would both prefer. Okay, I'm just talking about I just got back. My office is a fire hazard. I'll try to answer your questions if a bit out of order. Oh, and in Ask Babylon. Ask Babylon is full of my little cartoons. And I thought this one was will somebody give me a push? And then there's the ropes just go up into the sky attached to nothing there. Okay. That's kind of how I feel every week at Monday Night Magic class. And that's the question I'm more or less asking everyone who shows up. Will somebody please give me a push? You know, maybe we could all get into the swing of things of the questions of the subject for the class. Okay, where are we? How have I been able to manage my Monday night magic class for over 25 years? I don't know, really. Firstly, I can't say that it's my class per se. Class would not be what it is without the efforts and the presence of my dear wife and partner, Constance, and the philosophical input and ruthless heckling, I might add. You see, we've always held class in our home, in our living room. It's a casual and intimate affair, for as crowded as it sometimes gets. Most attendees have to sit on pillows on the floor, or else perch on the steps of the loft. Average Monday Night Magic class attendance is about 12 attendees, a large evening perhaps 30, a small night 5 or 6. The mere fact that we hold class in our home establishes a relaxed and respectful atmosphere where I serve more as a host than a teacher. The attendees feel more like guests than students. This keeps everyone on their best behavior. Constance spends most of the day setting the stage for class. She's a bit of a neat, clean freak. Okay? Picking and arranging flowers and decorating the living room table with magical items relevant to the night's subject. During class, she will be my most ruthless heckler. And in later years, now we sort of prepare that what we're going to be teaching out of together in the days before, because in this particular case we're working on Crowley's Book of Thoth, so we each have our own copy. We sit down together and go through it because we expect the class to have read that chapter too, and we at least pretend to take notes and read supplemental material, mostly Crowley material that is relevant to it, things from the Vision and the Voice, or things from pertinent to that particular, in this case, the card we're working on. Okay. The ritual opening of class entails the passing out of coasters, after which Constance serves tea. And it's usually something incredibly special kind of tea. No, not dope. Okay. This allows a few minutes for latecomers to arrive. Regulars come from as far away as San Diego, about 80 miles, Lake Elsinore, about 50 miles, Los Angeles, about 45 miles. So we cut them at least 15 minutes of slack. And lately, the attendees come from like the Oakland area, which is about an hour and a half from here, and the where is it? It was somebody else came from about 2 hours away, and our friends in Fresno are threatening to drive up. Do you hear me? Come on up, you guys. Okay. And now I'm going to jump a bit out of order and talk about why class is free. First of all, we do place a donation basket conspicuously near the door. And I always mention PayPal if they don't have, okay. The proceeds from this usually pay for the tea. When we have an especially large class, I make sure to remind them that tonight is your opportunity to make a difference in the DuQuette's income. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by the, quote, the exchange of energies idea. But I do know this. A class such as this doesn't serve well as a money-making endeavor. I do hold workshops, seminars, and lectures all over the country, indeed all over the world. I'm the most shameless of self-promoters, and I'm not at all above charging plenty for these events. Not only to pay my expenses, but to help pay our rent. But we open our home once a week because we love magic. And we love to teach it, talk about it, practice it, and most importantly, and most selfishly, to learn more about it with people we love. If there is an exchange of energy, it is certainly to my advantage because I get far more out of class than I give. Keeping that in mind, you now know why class members don't drive me nuts. I already am nuts. The fact that we don't charge money for class more or less neutralizes any potential complainers. Hell, I can't judge for sure if anyone is making progress or not. I'm not sure I'm supposed to presume to do that. Class goes on, and those who feel they're not getting anything out of it quietly disappear, and those who feel they are getting something out of it stay on year after year. When I'm out of town or ill, it is they who step in and run the class. Okay, I got it short because I put another cartoon in there, which was something I wrote in a Christmas card to Constance back in 2005. Okay, that's one of the few ones that didn't have sort of an obscene stickman pornography. Okay. Our class members come from a wide socioeconomic band, from struggling musicians on one end of the spectrum to wealthy business owners on the other. It would put everyone in the wrong frame of mind if I were to charge, say, $20 per class. It would be too much for the musician who will stop coming, and not enough for the business owner who will fall into the trap of thinking he or she is only getting 20 bucks worth of magical education out of the class and will soon move on to other more expensive programs. By charging nothing, everyone sees that what they're getting is priceless. The musician brings his or her friends, and the business person, when he or she sees the need, buys us a new computer or builds us a temple. Yeah, that really happened. I realize our situation is a bit different than yours. Maybe a lot different. But maybe not so much as you think. Either way, for us, the secret of a long-running class lies in the fact that we hold it in our home and make it a highly personal event. Because each class is a mix of absolute newcomers and experienced adepts, I'm forced week after week, month after month, year after year, no matter what the subject, I'm forced to constantly readdress the fundamentals, while at the same time bringing provocative new insights into the subject. It's like ballet class. The adepts have to attend regularly to be constantly reminded of the fundamentals and to stay in shape. The neophytes have to attend regularly to learn the fundamentals and get a chance to work out with the adepts. I hope this has been helpful. Okay, that's it for Monday night class. My friend Robert from Fresno, if you're watching this one, let us know when you're coming up. We'd love to see you again. One little thing that because I had the Book of Thoth, because we're working on the Emperor card this time, and the Emperor is part of that Saudi Hay switch. I got an easy way for you to remember it. On a tree of life, the Hebrew letters are classically associated with the paths. Okay? Just remember the Hebrew letters in the same order that they've always been projected on this tree, still are projected on that tree. Only now, the card that's Saudi, or excuse me, the card that's Hay, do you see that that star card there diagonally? Okay. That's Hay, the Hebrew letter Hay. But now that's the star card, okay? And way down here, the diagonal one that connects 7 and 9, that's the Saudi position. And it just takes the Emperor card along with it. All these old letters of my book are right. Hebrew letters are in the same. But Saudi is not the star. Hay is, see? It's sometimes. Oh, and there's, let's see. You can see that Frida Harris is a little bit more. My legs are crossed, but they're still hidden in stone there. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you very much for your patience yesterday and your understanding. And that car may still be in the shop next Tuesday for Parking Lot Tuesday, but I think we've got our friend Taryn's going to take us then too if the car isn't back by then. So don't worry. And if you can, drop me a line. We'll talk about Monday night Magic class as we go into fall and winter. Till then, continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.